Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.0243 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 2.4%. And in this video I want to give the key scenarios that I expect to play out on this chart, and I'll be basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci. I will also show you the chart patterns that we have over here, so if you're interested in such content, make sure that you stick around till the end of this video. I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. From the all-time high, we have been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC correction, and the ABC correction has now taken us to around the $0.02 mark, and I believe Vechain has done whatever it needed to do in its ABC correction, and soon we might see that pump to the upper side in this Elliot wave pattern, taking us back to an all-time high. But before that plays out, there are key areas of resistances that we need to break above, down here, and also some key chart patterns that we need to see play out, so that we can say that those moves might be possible. And that's what I want to focus on in this video. So if I zoom this chart, this is the daily chart, and you can see that we came impulsively to the lower side after breaking out of this triangle that we had over here, and that move took us to around the $0.02 mark, and from there we have been trying to push to the upper side, but we are facing a key area of resistance at around the $0.0243 mark. And some of the key scenarios that I expect to play out here are that we can see higher prices on this chart, and the reason as to why I'm saying that is because here we have a pattern that is in formation at the moment, which is a double bottom. So the price has been moving to the lower side, touched that key area of support, then tried to move to the upper side, but we didn't manage to move higher. Then we started seeing lower prices, then touched that key area of support once more. Then we tried to move to the upper side, but at the moment we have not yet managed to break above that key area of resistance at around the $0.023 mark. And once we do that and we match that neckline of that double bottom and maybe make a higher high above it, it will be confirming its formation. And what I'll expect here, once we break above that high at around the $0.026 mark, is that we might break to the upper side of that double bottom, and the target for that breakout to the upper side will be the height of this neckline. So if I try and measure that and then put it around here, it's possible that we break above this key area of resistance that we have at around the $0.029 mark. That is around the $0.03 mark. And once that happens, we can then maybe have a retest of that area, and once we see a successful retest, we can then continue pushing higher to the next key area of resistance at around the $0.033 mark. And if we also break above that, we can then go back to this yellow target that I had over here, that is between the $0.037 mark and the $0.05 and the $0.04 mark. And once we get to this yellow target that I have up here, then from there I can start sketching out bullish scenarios that could take us now up in that wave 1 to the upper side. But for now, I can't say that what we are having at the moment is that bullish, so it's a bit of a short-term bullish to the upper side. If I also apply the fibs here from this high that we have over here to the low that we made at around the $0.02 mark, you can see that the minimum retracement levels on the Fibonacci is between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618. that is between $0.027 mark and the $0.025 mark, and that is the area that I expect that double bottom to make a high before we break to the upper side. And if we break to the upper side here on the Fibonacci, you can see that that move to the upper side can take us above the fib level 0.38 fib level, and if that plays out, then we can have a retest of that resistance area up here and then continue pushing higher, and by so doing we might not respect the Fibonacci's, and it's also possible that we respect the Fibonacci's, and once we get to the target area between the fib level 0.38 and the fib level 0.618, it's possible that we find a retracement between the fib level 0.38 and the 0.618. so it's possible that we might not break to the upper side in this pattern that I've showed you, and we might invalidate it, and once that happens we might then lose these key areas of support and maybe make another lower low. If I also look at the indicators on the RSI, we are trading at around the 48 mark, and that would mean we have room for us to continue pushing to the upper side if we break to the upper side of that double bottom. We also have room on the RSI if to go to the lower side if we find that retracement on the Fibonacci. Also on the MACD, we are seeing a bit of an increase in volume. We don't have a bullish cross or a bearish cross, so we need to be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated on any movement on this chart.